Well, you've done it all. You've built a fortress that scrapes the sky, a monument of black ice and reinforced stone. You've stared down every world boss from the Red Mother in her scorched crater to the Abyssal Remnant in the murky depths. You've collected the legendary weapons, decked out your army of thralls in epic gear, and you've even escaped the Exiled Lands. You are, by all accounts, a master of this brutal world. But what if I told you that was just the tutorial? What if the real test wasn't about what you can conquer, but what you can endure without? You've cleared the unnamed city, you've toppled the Witch Queen, and your fortress is the stuff of legends. But does that make you a true master of the Exiled Lands? These next level challenges are going to take everything you think you know about survival in Conan Exiles and flip it upside down. If you're ready to feel like a terrified new survivor all over again, you're in the right place. Let's get into the craziest challenges you have to try. Challenge 1. The Hardcore Nomad. First up is a challenge that has broken even the most seasoned exiles. The Hardcore Nomad. The rules are simple, but are absolutely brutal. Rule 1. You play on the highest difficulty, Barbaric. Rule 2, and this is the big one, no permanent base. No walls, no foundations, and not a single workstation. The only crafting you can do is what you can make in your own inventory, with the one exception of a small campfire. And Rule 3, the one that makes every single decision count, permadeath. One life. That's it. You die, the character is done, and the run is over. So what does that actually feel like? Forget about grand castles. Your entire life is what you can carry on your back. Survival gets stripped down to its terrifying core. The game starts, and right away, you're not thinking about where to build. You're thinking about where you'll sleep tonight, and where the next meal is coming from, and how you're going to survive the sandstorm that's already brewing on the horizon. With no shelter, you're completely exposed. My first attempt at this humbled me, and fast. I spawned in the desert with the sun just beating down. My usual instinct to grab stone and wood for a starter shack was useless. Instead, I was desperately grabbing plant fiber for crude wraps and stone for a hatchet, just to fend off the creatures by the river. My whole world shrank to a tiny circle around that water source. The first sandstorm hit, and without a building, I had to find a cave. I huddled inside, listening to the wind roar, knowing that one wrong move, one angry mob trapping me in there, and my journey would be over before it even began. Every healing potion becomes a treasure. Every piece of armor you loot off of a dead exile is a gift from the gods. You learn to live off the land in a way you never thought you had to, relying on random loot and pure luck. For many who try this, the ultimate goal is to somehow collect the artifacts, forge the keystone, and escape the Exiled Lands, all without a home to call your own. It's a punishing playstyle that will fundamentally change how you see the world. Challenge 2. The True Barbarian. Okay, so maybe being a homeless wanderer isn't your style, but you still want a challenge that tests your actual skills. In that case, you may have to try the True Barbarian Run. This one focuses on a different restriction, one that takes away the single most powerful tool that any exile has: other people. The rule couldn't be simpler. No thralls. At all. No fighters, no archers, no crafters, no bearers, no dancers, and no animals. You are completely and utterly alone. This changes everything. First and foremost, combat is now 100% on you. You can't just let a Sumerian berserker tank a boss while you pepper it with arrows from a safe distance. Every dodge, every block, every single swing has to be timed perfectly. You'll have to master enemy attack patterns in a way you never bothered to before. Fighting the three-skull bosses in the unnamed city becomes this terrifying dance where one mistake can send you right back to your bedroll. You'll be relying on bleed and poison, kiting enemies, and using the environment to your advantage more than ever. But the challenge goes way deeper than just combat. Without crafter thralls, your access to high-end gear is minimal. You want to craft flawless or epic armor? Probably not happening. You become a scavenger. You have to hunt down specific camps and enemies that have a chance to drop the gear that you need. The Mounds of the Dead and the Black Hand camps become your new shopping centers. Progress is slow, and it's dictated by what you can find, not what you can make. Every chest, every single loot drop is filled with potential. This challenge forces you to become a master of personal combat and an expert on the world's loot tables. It's a test of pure individual skill, perfect for a true barbarian who carves their own path. Challenge 3, the Dungeon Delver. But Odyssey, isn't that a journey step already? Well, yes, but how many of us actually complete all of the journey steps? This next challenge is for the adventurers, the treasure hunters, the ones who live for the thrill of exploring dark and dangerous places. The goal? Conquer every single dungeon in the Exiled Lands, but in a specific order, from easiest to hardest. And for an added twist, you have to do it solo, and you can't bring a thrall. Here's a potential roadmap. You'll start with what the community generally considers the entry-level dungeons. Your journey can begin in the sewer-like passages of the dregs, then move on to the Palace of the Witch Queen and the Tomb of the Barrow King. These early dungeons will test your basic prep and help you learn early movesets. Then the difficulty seriously ramps up. The next tier could take you to the freezing Temple of Frost, where just getting there is a challenge, and the debuffs from enemies can spell your doom. You'll also face the Well of Skelos in the heart of the volcano, where heat is a constant killer. And you'll have to clear the Black Keep, whose undead residents are now famously immune to bleed and poison, making them much tougher to take down. After that, you enter the true endgame. This includes the massive and confusing Midnight Grove and the watery depths of the Sunken City. But the final exam is the last tier, the Wine Cellar and Warmaker's Sanctuary. These are widely regarded as the hardest dungeons in the game. The Wine Cellar is a labyrinth filled with deadly Kari remnants that can kill you in just a few hits. The Warmaker's Sanctuary is a gauntlet of traps and bosses, ending with the Arena Champion, a legendary foe that can shred even the best geared thralls. Completing this gauntlet is a true testament to your mastery of Conan Exiles, from prep and gear to combat and inventory management. It's a long journey, but standing victorious after conquering every challenge the developers built is a feeling like no other. These are just a few ideas to reignite that spark and make the Exiled Lands feel dangerous all over again. From the desperate survival of the Nomad to the lone wolf combat of the true Barbarian, each one offers a unique and punishing experience. And that's what makes this game so great, the freedom to create your own story, your own struggle. Now I want to hear from you. What are some of the craziest challenges you've tried? Let me know down in the comments below. I read all of them, and I'm always looking for new, insane ways to push the limits of the game. If you enjoyed these ideas and maybe want to see a full series on one of them, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, Exiles. Until next time, keep crafting, keep surviving, and I'll see you in the Exiled Lands.